Well, you can speak for me now because we're recording, so why don't you speak for the both of us?
Okay, hi, my name is Greg Benson, and my name is Craig Benzine, and you are listening to or watching two guys talking about lettuce. Aren't we, Greg? Yes, we are, Craig. Okay, today let's talk about, how was your day, Greg? Oh, pretty good. So earlier today, I went to a restaurant, and I said, hey, could I have a sandwich? And they brought me some meat with 2 pieces of bread and put together, and I was like, well, where's the sand? And where's the?
This is going really. I just want to say this is going really well. I don't mean to interrupt you and
where's
me.
From
your mouth, but I just want to say this whole episode is so much easier on me this time, and I feel like it's going really, really well. And I'm just going to let you go. Just keep going with it. Just run with it.
So I ordered sand and an old lady who does magic.
Sand witch. I get it. I think we all get it. Sand and witch.
Typically has a long nose with a wart,
a pointy hat, pointy black hat. Hat, sand witch.
Flies around on a broom.
On a broom. Yes, we got it.
And the lady looked at me like she didn't know what I was talking about. And that's the problem. You just can't find good help these days.
Oh my gosh, you sure can't, man.
Wait, are you responding to yourself?
Oh, I'm responding to me. Yeah, that's correct. I was responding to my. Yes, Greg, I agree with me, Greg. I'm confused. Let's just go back to the regular way that we do this because I'm just totally confused. Hello, good morning, Craig. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. I have not eaten a sandwich today yet.
It's morning. I mean, well, for you it's like 11, but for me it's like 9. So I wouldn't have a sandwich before 9 a.m. It's ridiculous.
Well, I have eggs and black beans every day for breakfast.
Okay, listen, I understand there are some people who eat the same thing every day. I'm not one of those people. I like to mix it up,
Yep. Mixed up Greg, they call you.
This morning, a little Jozo's and blueberries. And
Jozo's.
Jozo's. They're like Cheerios, but you get them from Trader Joe's. They're Jozo's.
Okay. A
huge box of Jozo's for $1.99. Why wouldn't I go to Trader Joe's just to get those? It's ridiculous. You're being ridiculous right now.
Yeah, well,
you have to. Yeah.
Why am I
You're being ridiculous.
What am I doing?
I don't know. You ask yourself. Why don't you look in your own mirror and go like, why am I being so ridiculous? Okay, but anyway, so I had a nice morning. Listen, I would say that it's been a nice average morning. Besides the breakfast, I did the same thing that I always do before every podcast recording. I get up with my family. We listen to the brand new Beatles song that's released that morning. And then I take a shower and I get ready for the podcast. And that's what I do every morning before.
So then there must be like an empty space then every morning when there isn't a new Beatles.
No. Every morning before doing this, I listen to whatever brand new Beatles song just came out that morning.
Yeah, but Beatles songs don't come out every day. In fact, they haven't come out for many years. There's a new one that I believe you talked about before. Is it AI generated in some way?
No. It's a brand new Beatles song. It just came out this morning because, as you can tell, we're recording this on November 2. And here's the deal. What I just said would be true if you and I only recorded a new episode every 27 years. And if this was our second episode. Because their last new song came out 27 years ago. It's called Real Love.
No.
And this morning they released a song called...
What you said still wouldn't be true. It would only be true if you woke up every 27 years.
No, I mean, I wake up every day, but I'm talking about on podcast recording days. Like if we only record an episode in 1996 and then we did the next episode in 2023, then it would be true but you insist on recording episodes more often, so the Beatles just can't keep up. They're like, well, we can't release a new record. Every time they make a lettuce podcast. Oh, it's true. No, you're right. We can't.
Oh, I'm just going to be over here behind the drums. Don't mind me. I'm Ringo.
Oh, we know you're Ringo. I'm John.
And I'm Paul. Where's George?
Oh, George is in the bathroom.
Hey, I just got out of the bathroom. I'm George. No, don't go in there. I really stinked up the place.
Okay. I really think that was just different pitches of Ringo. That's all that was.
No, those are all the Beatles. That's how they talk, and I nailed them.
I think you might have got close with Paul or John.
Nailed every single one of them. They were all perfect.
Mm-hmm.
They were all perfect.
Hey, lads, what's going on here?
Oh, look, it's our producer, George Martin.
Hi, I'm George Martin. I suppose.
Why did he have to let them know who he was when they just said who he was?
Here comes my engineer, Jeff Emmerich. Hello, lads. I'm Jeff Emmerich, and I'm George Martin. We speak similarly. Yes,
we
do.
Spend a lot of time saying their names.
Yeah, they do. And also, they're all munchkins.
Okay.
Apparently. I feel like we were there in the Beatles recording studio right there at Abbey Road.
I didn't feel like that. I have a friend who just recorded at Abbey. Two friends actually who just recorded at Abbey Road.
Really? Did they visit the Abbey while they were there?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, because the Abbey Road is named after that beautiful abbey, and if they could go and visit that abbey, I tell you, they got a gift shop there. You could buy like a napkin holder. And they make sandwiches. I mean, it's a terrific. I highly recommend visiting the Abbey.
Sediment on the beach and old ladies who cast spells.
Okay. Once again, I don't think that you understand what a sandwich is.
Okay.
A sandwich is when you take two pieces of bread and you put something in between them. Like lettuce.
That
would be
a
lettuce sandwich.
What a terrible sandwich that would be.
Well, vegans love them. Vegans are eating lettuce sandwiches every single day of their lives.
You think that's what they're doing? They're just sitting around eating lettuce sandwiches?
Vegans can't wait to get home and fix themselves another lettuce sandwich.
Okay.
Sometimes they'll make a lettuce sandwich and they'll put some bell peppers on it or some olives.
They got to make sure the bread doesn't have egg in it or anything as well. So.
Oh, shit. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, vegan. You know what? Maybe they eat a breadless sandwich, a breadless lettuce sandwich, just a nice piece of lettuce without the bread.
There's vegan bread out there they could probably eat.
You think or I mean, I can't tell. It seems to me like you haven't done your research.
I did not research this topic, although I did do a video about where I went vegan for a month. You think I would know, but I don't.
How'd that go when you went vegan? I've never seen any of your videos, but I mean, they sound terrific.
Yeah, you maybe try to watch one once in a while.
I actually do. I watched one recently, and for 1 minute, you made some sort of face while banjo music played, and I thought, this is very entertaining. And I remember seeing a video like it the month before, and then the month before that, and then the month before that. Yeah. And every time, I'm like, these are the best videos I've ever seen.
You're talking about my Patreon banjo face videos I do once a month.
Oh, yeah.
Just for patrons.
Yeah. Go ahead and plug
I do
your
appreciate
Patreon.
That,
go ahead, plug your Patreon.
Patreon.com/WheezyWaiter. Yeah. I do appreciate that you are a patron. I appreciate that very much.
Hey, listen, but I have to be.
You do?
Yeah, that's what friends do. I mean, what sort of a friend would I be if I wasn't a patron of your Patreon?
That's true. Yeah, I'm not a patron of your Patreon.
Oh, we just lost Craig, everybody. I'm sorry, Craig. Craig's gone. I don't know what happened to him. He's been disconnected. Hello?
Wow.
What? Oh, you're still here.
No, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah. I'm here.
You mean I'm supporting you on your Patreon, but you're not supporting me on my Patreon?
No, I'm not.
But I mean, that's. Yeah. I mean, friends.
How do I find your Patreon?
Friends are supposed to support each other.
Yeah.
Okay, my Patreon is located at two guys talking about. No, hang on. That's our my Patreon is patreon.com/mediocrefilms. Yeah, I know it's very difficult. You never would have guessed. You never would have guessed that's how you would find it.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, but no,
Your name isn't Mediocre Films.
Yeah, but you don't have to. I mean, Craig, you don't have to. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't you worry.
Well, you don't even make videos, so.
Are you kidding me? I upload at least 2 a week.
You do?
Yeah, to the Patreon.
Oh,
that's why they're for the Patreon. That's why the Patreon is special.
You do upload 2 a week to the Patreon?
Of course I do.
Let me check this out.
And sometimes bonus ones. And they're long videos, too. Each video is like 2.5 to 3 hours long. They're
Oh, my
super
God.
long.
Ah, you're talking about Bad Movies Live.
Well, of course I am. It's called mediocre films. What else do you think I'm going to make?
You know
it's,
what?
It's all about
I don't
mediocre
feel
films.
bad. I don't feel bad because I am a regular guest on your show, and
I know.
I'm helping you quite a bit.
I know, and you could have seen your own episodes if you were on my Patreon. You could have seen your own episodes that you've done, and you've done a bunch of episodes.
I have done a bunch.
Yeah,
But
there's even
I don't need
some.
to watch myself. I really
There's
don't
even
need to watch
bonus.
myself.
Oh, sure you do. Yeah, I bet every time you edit one of your own videos, you're watching yourself.
Yes, too much. Far too much.
By the way, speaking of far too much, we got a comment that I want to read to you guys. This was a comment actually on our Patreon from our trusty listener Husky Highlander 23, and Husky says, "Sincere Greg is the scariest Greg. You keep expecting a punch up, but it never comes, and you begin shaking, drooling, and decide to smear eye cream on other instruments and report the results."
Well, that doesn't sound bad.
No, I mean
sounds
it's quite a comment. I want to thank Husky Highlander for that.
Yeah.
That's I
Keeps
feel
keeps a person alive. Keeps them on edge. You know.
if there's one thing I enjoy being, it's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably.
Do you like
That's
being
what I
alive?
enjoy most.
You
That's what I
enjoy
enjoy
it?
most.
That's what you enjoy most about life is
No, we've talked about this multiple times, but I would like to live to like 500, 1,000 years old.
Oh, I guarantee you would not.
See, this is what we've talked about. You don't. I'm assuming. You know. I'll stop. My health will deteriorate to a point, and then I will, if I can maintain relative good health for that time, then I would want to live.
So there's a caveat to it. You're not just like, oh yeah, I'd live to 500 or 1,000,
and then continue to deteriorate in that time. No,
yeah. By like age 89, you won't be able to walk anymore. And then by age 100, someone's going to have to feed you with a spoon. And then, and you won't be able to speak. You're just drooling and just munching on whatever, your applesauce or whatever it is, lettuce. And then for the next, for the next 400 to 900 years, if you're going to live to 500 or 1,000, the next 400 to 900 years, you're just going to be just a blob in a chair going, and they're going to be like, come on, Popsy Pops, or that's whatever your great grandchildren are going to call you.
Well, that's what Ada calls me now.
Calls you Popsy Pops?
Yeah.
Come on, Popsy Pops, let's watch the new episode of You Got Punched in the Face. That's going to be like the most popular game show. You got punched in the face.
Yeah, the entertainment will really get distilled down to the most important bits.
Da. Who's going to get punched in the face this week? Oh, it's this guy. You just got punched in the face.
Yeah, and they'll have like what that sounds like Super Mario music. They'll have Mario music.
They just keep repurposing old music because there are no copyright laws anymore in the future. Yeah. Here's the deal. You don't need to live in the future because we already know exactly what it's going to be like.
Do we?
Yeah, they're just going to be repurposed music, although there will be a new Beatles song that comes out every week. I mean, that's the good thing about it.
I thought it was every 27 years.
No, there'll be one every week because after all the Beatles are dead and gone, then they'll just be able to just use AI and just like write and record a new Beatles song, and then AI will go like, how's this one? And it'll be like the best Beatles song ever, and you'll be like, man, this is great. I'm wearing a Beatles shirt today, by the way, because it's Beatles Day.
I see. You are excited about this. Have you heard the song? I have not heard the song.
Nah, I'm not interested in listening to it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I don't know, a few years or something, I'll check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I listened to it 3 times this morning. And I had to stop myself after 3 times because I'm like, well, I don't want to get sick of it on the first day. Yeah. But you know what? It's a lovely song. It is a beautiful, lovely farewell.
Well, good,
because it is the last Beatles song.
They're not doing another.
It is the last Beatles song. It's the last time that it's possible for all 4 of them to play together, because it was from a John Lennon demo, and then George Harrison recorded his guitar part in 1995, and then in the past year, Ringo and Paul finished it up.
Wow,
and it's lovely. So it's the last time that all 4 of them could possibly play together because 2 of them are gone.
Yeah, well, in 500 years, maybe they can be revived.
I guess I never really thought about that. They could be like the zombie Beatles. They bring them back, but all the songs would be about brains. And how they want brains and they want to eat brains.
Brains.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to eat your brain. I want to eat your brain.
And then a lot of hand clapping in the background, and then a lot of ooh, a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that's. I don't mean to brag or anything, but an Amazon seller sent me a free gift. I don't know if you can see this.
Oh.
I got a free gift
from where?
from an Amazon seller. Listen, I don't want to talk about it.
You really brought it up. You really
I prefer if you just don't harp on it. Can we just move on?
Okay. Did you get that free too? That chapstick you're putting on?
I didn't put on any chapstick.
Or lipstick, whatever that was.
It's lipstick.
Okay.
It'd be weird. If while I'm talking to you, I'm casually putting on lipstick, a little eyeliner. You know,
yeah.
I'm casually giving myself frosted tips. How come nobody gets frosted tips anymore?
I don't know. Too many jerks in the 90s did it.
I guess so. Yeah. This morning for breakfast, I had frosted tips. They were delicious. Just delicious.
You mean Frosted Flakes or?
I wish I had just gotten the Frosted Flakes, but no, I ate a person from the 80s hair. Or is it 90s?
Oh.
It's probably 90s. Frosted tips.
Now, did you have them cut the hair and send it to you, or did you invite them over and then eat it off their head?
No. Look, you're being silly now. They cut it off. They cut it off. They box it up, and you buy a box of Frosted Tips. They're very expensive.
Now, who was it? Was it like
Bill?
Mark McGrath? Or,
No.
it was Bill.
Bill. I don't know his last name. I don't know him that
William
well.
H. Macy?
Nope.
Is that who it was?
It's definitely not William H. Macy.
I don't think he had Frosted Tips.
I have a true story
I would love to see that.
I have a true story about William H. Macy. Would you like to hear it?
Okay.
Okay. For those of you who don't know who William H. Macy is, why don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fargo?
Yeah, he starred in Fargo and other things. William H. Macy.
Other things?
Great actor. Oh, he did other things
Thomas
as well.
Anderson movies?
He did more things. Anyway.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine was working.
Pleasantville? It's a good one.
Okay, we're past the part where we're just naming things that
right.
Bill Macy was in.
Okay.
So a friend of mine was working in a
Boogie Nights?
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
okay. All right.
He was working in a building in Beverly Hills years ago, back in the 90s, and he was walking down the hallway, and he saw that there was someone had dropped their driver's license on the ground, on the floor of the hallway. He picked it up, and you'll never guess whose driver's license it was.
His own.
Nope. Try again.
Yours.
I'll give you a hint. This is a story about William H. Macy. That's the only hint I'm going to give you. So whose ID do you think it was?
Yours.
Oh, okay. You're really not good at understanding how stories work. No, it was William H. Macy's driver's license.
I already guessed that. That was the first thing I guessed. I said his own.
No, you were talking about the person who picked it up. A friend of mine was working in the building. He picked it up. It was not his own ID.
I thought you said William H. Macy picked up.
No. A friend of mine is a friend.
Okay.
Can we go back?
Okay.
Can we just go back to the beginning of the story?
Let's go back.
Let's go back. All right. Let's pretend like I haven't even started the story. We're going to start over.
Okay.
Here we go. All right.
Yeah.
Back in the late 1800s, a friend of mine was working in this cowboy saloon. And he was walking by the bar.
How old is he now?
He's 173. And he was walking by the saloon, the bar, and he said, I'll have a whiskey. And he gets a whiskey, because that's all they had at the saloon.
Yeah.
Looks down. Whose driver's license do you think is on the ground right next to him? He picks up the driver's license, and it's William H. Macy. And he's like, whoa, this guy's not going to be born for like another 45, 50 years.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, no, but let's back to the real story. Yeah. So in Beverly Hills office building, my friend finds William H. Macy's driver's license, and he's like, well, this is interesting. Now what do I do? So he looks and he finds out who William H. Macy's agent is, and he calls the agent and says, I just found William H. Macy's driver's license, so please let him know how to contact me, and I will be happy to get his driver's license back to him. And so a few minutes later, he gets a phone call from William H. Macy.
Uh-huh.
And William H. Macy says, you son of a bitch, give me my goddamn license back.
Wow.
I'm not exactly sure what words he used,
Okay.
But I know he was calling to get his license back, so I'm assuming it was something like that.
You shouldn't assume that and then say that, because that'll spread a rumor about William H. Macy being a jerk.
Apparently, he's not a jerk. Apparently, he's a super nice guy, and he was very appreciative, and he went right back to the building because he was nearby, and he had just gone there for something, had dropped it. He went right back. He met my buddy, picked up his driver's license, and they made sweet, sweet love in the janitor's closet for the next 4.5 hours. And I just think that is what?
Wow. That's first of all, that's a long time. That's a long time.
Well, it is a very comfortable janitor's closet.
I guess it is Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I mean, in Beverly Hills, they have the janitor's closets there. They have chaise lounges.
Okay.
They have showers. Fresh, warm towels.
4 hours. I mean, the entire time? Was there resting and sleeping involved?
The entire time without stopping.
Oh my God. Yeah. That would be exhausting.
I just want, basically, this is a cautionary tale. If you look on the ground, on the floor, you see William H. Macy's driver's license, you better run.
Or hydrate. And,
all right, I might have made up the part at the end about the making love in the janitor's closet.
Okay, because that was like the biggest part of the whole story.
It was? All right, I'll go ahead and cop to it right now. I made that up. I actually don't know what kind of closet it was. So all right. So anyway, please don't take that part seriously, because again, I'm not sure what sort of closet it was that my friend made love to William H. Macy in for 4 hours. Yeah, probably just like a regular ratty old closet.
That makes it even more impressive. That's wow.
Oh, good times. Hey, they say laughing's good for you.
They do say that. Who says that?
Well, strange enough, William H. Macy also says it.
He does?
Yeah.
Well, he might have said. I could see him saying something.
He says all sorts of things.
Yeah.
He's terrific. He's one of my favorite actors.
He's one of my favorite actors.
Hey!
Although I rewatched Magnolia, I don't know, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And his part was the weakest part of the whole thing.
Is that right?
Not necessarily his performance, but like that whole part was just weird.
Did you enjoy Magnolia watching it again?
I mostly did, actually.
I would like to see it again. One of the main things I remember about Magnolia is when I saw it the first time in the theater. When they show previews before a movie and the green screen shows up, a big green screen, and it says the following preview is rated, PG for all audiences or whatever, and it's green on the screen. Well, every time one came up, and there were 5 or 6, 7 previews like there always are. Every time one came up with that green screen, there was a guy in the very back of the audience who would just go, "Green."
So that's your memory of the movie Magnolia.
That's the main thing I remember. That and the frogs, and also Tom Cruise's amazing performance.
Now, did he yell "frogs"?
Nope. He only yelled "green" every time green would show up, and I think that he knew if I yell "green" every time, then from now on, when people go to movies, they're going to think of me, and it's true. I think of him every time. Wow. I think, God, I wonder how Benito is doing.
Oh, you know his name?
I'm assuming his name is Benito. I don't know if his name is Benito. I'm just assuming.
Why would you? Would that be like? Do you assume that he's a Latino?
No, I don't think he's Latino. I think he's probably Swedish.
Oh, but Swedish. Okay.
He's Swedish, and his name is Benito. Don't profile someone based on their name.
Why would you assume Swedish?
Well, why would you profile a Swedish man just based on his name?
Why would you assume he's Swedish? Did he go, "Green, you're before me, door before"?
Oh, well, that's just offensive.
Yeah.
That is just offensive. Oh, what are you going to do? What are you going to do an impression of like a Jamaican black man now? Go ahead. Alienate the rest of our listeners. The rest of our Jamaican black listeners.
No. I could have done a Jamaican impression, but the fact that you say a Jamaican black man impression makes me feel weird to do it.
Well, what are you saying? What, there aren't black people in Jamaica? There's black people there. There's white people there.
There sure are, but why can't I just do a Jamaican accent? They all have that kind of... What's happening? Music is playing. What is going on?
Oh my God, that's you know what? Jamaica got really upset, and so they're like, we're gonna interrupt this podcast with music.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
Yeah. Oh, Greg.
Ah, Craig.
The Swedish Chef is mainly what I was doing.
Oh, well, that's even more offensive. And now it's time for the Patreon-only bonus section, which starts right now.
This portion of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce has been edited out for your listening inconvenience. If you wish to hear the complete, unedited version with the bonus talking, be sure to visit patreon.com/2guystalkingaboutlettuce. And now, back to the edited, not as good version of the podcast.
And that's the end of the Patreon-only bonus section. It was a little shorter than usual.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it was shorter than usual this time.
That was a very short one.
It was very short, but you know what? I don't think that you can judge it by its length. I think that you need to judge it by its girth. Yeah. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
No, by the quality of what we discussed. And I think that what we discussed was vitally important. And I feel that if anyone is not subscribed to our Patreon, and you know you can do it for only $3 a month, then you should go do that so that you can hear what we talked about. Even though it was short, it was important.
I would recommend listening to different episodes, Patreon only section. This one, don't go right to this one. Maybe this will be like 4th or 5th on your list.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like if you start with this one, nowhere to go but up. Nowhere to go but up. See?
That's true. Or nowhere to go but cancel your subscription.
Oh, no. Yeah. Well, at least we got their $3, for that 1 month.
Well,
but
great.
then here's what I bet. I bet that then they'd go like, well, I mean, I'm subscribed for the rest of the month. I might as well listen, to some of the other ones. Then they'll listen to the other ones. They'll fall in love with that section, and they'll be like, I can't have this not in my life, and they'll resubscribe.
That's not what's going to happen.
No, I think they will. I think they'll do that.
You're an optimist, Greg. Would you?
I am an
consider
optimist.
yourself an optimist?
Yes.
So if you see a glass and the it's filled to the halfway point, what would you call that?
I'd say, hey, look at that glass.
Why would you say that?
I like to point out stuff. Hey, look at that glass over there. Woo!
Why?
There sure is a glass on that table. Look at that. Now I've added the fact that it's sitting on a table.
Okay, I wouldn't call that optimistic or pessimistic. I would call that kind of annoying. That's what I would call that. Yeah.
But it's important that you know that the glass is on a table and not just floating indiscriminately in space.
But other people can also see the table, I'm sure.
Yeah, they can see the table, but they might not have seen the glass. That's why I'm there, to point that out to people, to help them see the glass. You don't want someone just jumping onto the table and rolling around if there's a glass there. They're going to knock it off. They might break it. They might cut their shoulder. If they're rolling around on the table and there's a glass there that they didn't see, they're going to get wet. They might get cut.
If I were to decide to jump and roll around on a table.
Yeah, which you do. I have seen you do it.
No, you've never seen me
Every
do
time
that.
you're like, there's a table. Better jump on it and roll around on it.
No, I do not remember ever doing that.
You do that.
But, no, okay. But I would make sure there wasn't stuff on it first. I would really look closely.
All right. Hey, listen, you say that now in retrospect, but in the moment you're so excited, you are so excited to roll around on that table. You'd be like, oh my God, a table! I gotta roll around on it.
No. I've never.
Before you know it, you're all wet and your shoulder is bleeding. It's horrible.
I don't have that condition. That is not. That is not something that I do.
Well, okay, look, just because you don't do it doesn't mean that most of our listeners don't do it. I mean, I'm betting right now that even just talking about jumping on a table and rolling around is making our listeners itchy to find a new table.
No. It sounds uncomfortable. It sounds like it would hurt your bones as you're rolling, and you'd probably fall because most tables are not that big.
Well, they're not infinite. Unless you jump on
and you're going to fall off.
If you jump on an infinite table, you're never going to fall off. So I recommend that for safety.
Okay, but that doesn't exist. An infinite table doesn't.
I'm sure it doesn't. Hey, listen, guys, before you jump on an infinite table, make sure, look at the entire thing. Make sure it does not have any glasses of water on it, because you do not want to hurt yourself. That's all I'm saying.
Well, if it's an infinite table, couple things. One, you're not going to be able to see the whole table because it's too big. So there might be stuff on it somewhere.
Oh man. Okay, now this is a really good point that I didn't think about. You're right. If it's infinite, you probably your eyes are probably not good enough to see the whole thing. You can see like most of it, like 90% of it.
No, you can't see.
You can't see 90% of it.
No.
By the way, what is 90% of infinity?
0%.
90% of infinity is the same as 0% of infinity,
or as close to 0 as you can possibly get. Yeah, because it'll just keep getting bigger and bigger, and the percentage will keep getting smaller and smaller.
Man, you're like a scientist. I feel like this is like sometimes I feel like this is a science podcast, and you're teaching us all scientific facts.
Not just because it's something you don't understand doesn't make it science.
Makes it science. Yeah, and we're saying the same thing. You're right. If you don't understand it, it's science.
But also, if it's an infinite table, that means that it's going to go on into outer space. There's gonna be one big space wall that's covering everything.
I love a big space wall.
Yeah, that's the edge of the universe, I guess.
Wow. So we've just instructed people on how they can jump up onto a table and roll to the edge of the universe.
Yeah.
God,
well, they would
if
they see the infinite table, that means they are at the edge of the universe.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah,
I didn't know the universe had an edge. The universe has the universe is not infinite.
I don't know. We're just talking.
Okay, I'm gonna guess that the universe is infinite. That it just keeps going. Because I can't see like where would it stop. You know?
Yeah. Well, Hank Green has a meme that was going around for a while. I don't know, like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
No edge. He was like, his mind was blown that the universe had no edge.
Well,
I'm going to Google Hank Green.
It only makes sense because think about it. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
I don't mean to brag in front of all of our listeners and viewers. Hi, viewers. Hello. I don't mean to brag, but when I went to college, and I did go to college, I took 3 astronomy classes.
Okay.
Not astrology classes. That would be totally different. I took 3 astronomy classes. And would you like to know what I learned from the astronomy classes that I took in college? This is going to save you guys a lot of time and money if you don't want to take 3 astronomy.
I'm anticipating that you didn't learn very much. Because if you can tell me, if you can sum up everything you learned in 3 astronomy classes in this conversation, I assume that means you did not learn very much.
Well, you have just assumed wrong because I learned the biggest thing that you could possibly learn. And that is, are you ready? Are you ready?
Okay.
Is everybody sitting down? That guy in the red shirt's not sitting down. Hey, you in the red shirt, sit down.
What are you looking at? Are you looking at a picture of someone?
I'm just looking at
a red shirt.
Okay, he's down there. He's down. Okay, no, he's fine. He's down.
All right.
The universe is very large.
No, you didn't learn that. You knew that already before you went to.
Yeah, but I didn't know how large.
Do you know how large now?
Yeah, very large.
No, you knew that already. You knew that.
No, you don't understand.
Okay.
It just keeps going. Very, very big. I should have used 2 varies probably. It's very, very big.
Yeah. That's just vary is a relative term that you could have said before you took the classes.
Okay, all right. So it's very, very, very large. I mean, like you really have no idea how large it is until you try to walk from one end to the other.
Or you take 3 astronomy classes.
Or you take 3 astronomy classes. Then you learn. Then you're like, oh man, yeah, you're right. That's really big.
Yeah. Okay. You took 3.
Yeah, I took 3 of them. I did take 3. Yeah.
And you don't remember anything?
Well, yeah, no, that's what I remember. It's just like super, super big. I should use the word super. It's like very super big.
You know how I know? Because I look up at the night sky.
Crazy big.
And,
crazy big.
Yeah.
And sometimes if it's at night and you look up at the sky, kind of looks like there's a ceiling, like you're looking at a ceiling that's just dotted with stars. Turns out that's not a ceiling. It just keeps going, and it's much further than you think. You can't it looks like you can almost reach out and touch it. You can't.
Yeah.
That's how big it is.
No, I know. We all know that. Yeah. We all know that it's not a ceiling. Yeah.
But I'm saying it looks like one, is all I'm saying. It looks like a ceiling that's dotted with little stars. Next time you go out, and it especially works if you're just out away from major cities, if you're somewhere like Madison, you're like away from any sort of major important city.
You got like 300,000 people.
You're away from the big cities.
It's
is what I'm
pretty
saying.
densely populated in the downtown area.
Okay, fine. See, anyway, but you go out into your backyard. I'm sure at night you'll see all the stars. And by the way, I saw some stars yesterday, and a lot of times you don't see the many stars in LA. But I went to the Walt Disney Studios to participate in the SAG-AFTRA strike rally of the day, because it's
SAG-AFTRA strike.
SAG-AFTRA, the Actors Union, SAG-AFTRA, which stands for Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists. And everybody wanted to know what SAG-AFTRA stands for. Anyway, turns out that if you are visiting Los Angeles right now and you just want to see celebrities, all you have to do is just go to any studio and start walking around and participate in the SAG-AFTRA strike, because every time I've gone to one of these things, there be celebrities there.
Nice.
Just walking
Who did you
around.
see this time?
I saw so many, I almost can't name all of them. I saw Ernie Hudson of Ghostbusters. I saw 2 cast members of Better Call Saul, Rhea Seehorn and Patrick Fabian, walking together.
Fantastic.
I was walking right next to them, and then I started talking to Chris Parnell from Saturday Night Live, and as I'm talking to him, we were rudely interrupted by Missy Pyle.
I don't know who Missy Pyle is.
Missy Pyle, she's great. You would recognize her. She's a character actress. She's been in many, many things. My favorite would be Galaxy Quest.
I love Galaxy Quest.
Well, yeah, then you would know her. She was the tall, pretty alien girl.
Aha, I'm looking her up. Yes,
delightful,
I see.
Yeah, she's delightful. And let's see, Dietrich Bader was there. I mean, there were so many people there that it was just amazing. And plenty of character actors that I don't even know their names.
Wait, when is the strike over? When's it going to be over?
Monday.
Okay. You know this. Okay.
I'm just guessing.
Okay.
Actually, apparently the past week or so they've been making great strides, and there is now hope that it will end soon. I hope it ends sooner than later, because if it doesn't end like in the next week, if they don't figure it out, then they're just going to put it on hold until after the holidays, and then they'll resume talks in January and figure it out then. But it would be nice to get it done before the holidays so we can all start to get back to work.
It would be nice.
We are I believe we're on day 112 of the actors' strike.
That's ridiculous.
The writers' strike went 140 days.
That's also ridiculous.
It is. It's a long time.
The auto workers' strike, that ended pretty quickly. They're like, oh yeah, you want this? Okay, here you go.
Well, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice if the studios actually just agreed from the beginning instead of making everyone go without work for months? Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
They agreed to give actors actually a living wage. And a lot of people who don't understand the actor strike, you're like, why are actors striking? Don't actors make millions of dollars? Well, only the famous ones do. And that's maybe, 2-3% of all of the actors in SAG. The rest of us just work job to job. And let me tell you something. I booked 7 TV shows in the year leading up to the strike. One of them, unfortunately, wrote my part out before I could shoot it, so I didn't get paid anything for that one. But I actually worked 6 TV shows, and it still wasn't enough money to qualify me for health insurance. You have to earn a certain amount of money to qualify for health insurance, and I was still short.
Greg, this is all interesting, but you should make it funny because this is a funny podcast.
Yeah, I'm just trying to tell people because a lot of people are like, actors. Now we're not going to get our favorite shows and movies until a year later, and they're frustrated with the actors.
Can you talk about your health insurance in a funny voice?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, health insurance is a wonderful thing to have.
Wouldn't you want to pay this man more? Isn't this entertaining?
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. I'm an actor, so I can do hilarious voices like that. It's not like anybody can do. Like, you try. You won't be able to do it.
No, I can't.
See? That's what I'm saying. You're not a professional actor. You're not in SAG.
No.
You don't know how to do it.
Not in SAG.
Nope.
I know. I do perform in front of a camera, or I have a lot, but I am not in SAG, so I can't do funny.
Your
voices.
balls sag. What?
Oh, see, another one, another gem,
hilarious
from a union member actor.
This is the type of humor that you will find here, absolutely free of charge. Unless you're on the Patreon, then it's not free of charge. But this is the sort of thing that you guys get on this podcast, and I hope that you enjoy it.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy it more than he hopes you enjoy it, even.
Well, this is not a contest.
I know, but I know that even more than you do.
Okay. All right, we're going to do a sketch for you guys, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Now, Craig, your line is, I won't give you the satisfaction. And every time after I say a line, you're going to say that. And you can say it any way you like, as long as the words are, I won't give you the satisfaction. Okay, here we are.
Okay.
Hey, excuse me, can I have the satisfaction?
I won't give you the satisfaction.
Oh, come on, man. Just give me the satisfaction.
I won't give you the satisfaction.
Can I just have some satisfaction here?
I won't give you the satisfaction.
But I want the satisfaction.
I won't give you the satisfaction.
Oh, come on, man. Give me the satisfaction.
I won't give you the satisfaction.
And scene. That was a little scene that we just did called The Satisfaction. And I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was. Do you think I have potential to be a union actor?
I mean, look, you were pretty good, but I feel like you could use, I don't know, 6 to 8 years of formal training.
Okay.
You know, get yourself in like a really good acting conservatory.
All right.
You know, to get really to just get to the bottom of your feelings. You know, I felt like it was all very surface. You know, it was not bad, but it was very surface.
Yeah, it was pretty surface considering I had one line to say and there was no story or character development or
listen,
and I had no idea that I was going to do that until right now.
Hey, the fact that you didn't create story and character in your mind to prepare yourself for doing this, even as you're doing it, just shows that you have not had formal training.
I guess that's true. I did take an acting class one semester in college.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, you took only a third. You took only a third of the training that I got in astronomy. You took a third of that.
I know.
I had 3 semesters of astronomy.
Yeah. And you know what I learned about acting? It's very big.
It is. And you barely scratched the surface.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, at least you learned.
Can I try again?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I won't give you the satisfaction.
Jesus, Greg, that was really good. I mean, that was...
I coughed. I had to hold it in.
No, that happens a lot when you're like really acting. When you're acting deeply, it makes you cough. Also, you have asthma, but that's neither here nor there. It's somewhere in between. No.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you something. That was really good.
Thank you.
I mean, I've seen a lot of good performances in my day. My day, by the way, is Tuesday.
So you only watch performances on Tuesday?
That's my day. Yeah, that's my performance day. Okay. But that was really special.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
I felt like I thought about when I was a kid and I don't know, something bad happened to me. That's what I thought about.
Oh no, I could tell. No, it was moving. You know, it was so good. I'm going to send you this.
Thank you.
I want you to have this.
No, you know what? You hold on to it, and I'll pick it up when I visit you next time.
Okay, I'm going to hang on to it. That way I don't have to mail it, because I don't know how much, if I were to put it in an envelope and mail it to you, that'd be, I don't know, $600, $700, $800 or whatever.
No.
I don't know how much it costs to mail something to a person.
Why don't you just set it aside, put it in a corner somewhere, maybe forget about it, and that's okay. But just somewhere that you might forget about it, and
all I know,
I'll pick it up when
is if I wanted to have something delivered to you from Los Angeles all the way to Madison, Wisconsin, I'm sure it would cost in the thousands, because it is not cheap to.
It would cost probably a stamp, maybe two. I don't know. I don't know how much that weighs.
Okay, I don't know how much these stamps cost. What are they, $500 a piece? I don't really know how much these stamps cost.
No, I actually don't know. What are they? 40 cents?
I don't even know where to get a stamp. You know, you have to have a special machine that stamps it. It's ridiculous. All I'm saying is I cannot afford to send this to you, Craig. This podcast does not make enough.
Actually, stamps are 63 cents. You're right. It is a lot. Okay,
man. Well, it's much less than I thought. That I was guessing 500. Now you say there's 63 cents. Not. Do you sure you don't mean $63?
No, 63 cents. It's the U.S. postal system is very good and very cheap.
Huh. But you know what? I bet you anything in the future it'll be $63 at some point.
Well, maybe on a long time span. Yeah, I think it would be quite a while.
Yeah, but I bet at some point people are going to be like, "Oh, did you hear the stamp went up to $63?"
Maybe when I'm 500 years old. Brought it back. Did you see that?
Whoa, you did.
Brought it back.
Man, that's what makes this podcast special. We start by talking about something, and then we end by talking about the same thing. It's cyclical.
Yeah, it's sick. Yeah,
cyclical. Cyclical.
Yeah,
you've heard the word cyclical, right?
I sure have.
It's like a cycle, but you don't say cyclical, because that's the English language for you. Oh, here's a word. Oh, here's another here's a variation of that word. Oh, you say it the same way? No, you say it a different way.
Idiot.
Yeah. That's the English language for you.
And what you're doing is not idiotic, it's idiotic.
Idiotic. There's another example. Mm-hmm. And that example was exemplary. And there's another one. Whoa! This is an amazing podcast. I hope that you all enjoyed it, because I sure did. It was totally great, and this is the end. We'll see you next time on Bad Movies Live. No, this is not Bad Movies Live, is it?
No.
I messed up.
This is too
Bad Movies Live is the show that I do at twitch.tv/mediocre
See you next time on Wheezy Waiter, everybody. Also, you should speak for me at the end, since I spoke for you at the beginning.
Okay, you got it.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. My name is Greg Benson, and my name is Craig Benzine, and we really have enjoyed having you listening to us. Thank you so much, Craig, for making the time this morning. You're welcome, Greg. What else was I going to do? Just sit around and cry over the sink eating a bag of potato chips? I guess so, Craig. Anyway, thanks for listening. No, thank you, Greg. You really are the funnier of the two of us. Oh, you don't have to say that, Craig. No, but I mean it. You really, you're so talented and very handsome, and I admire you, and I think about you often. Oh, well, that's Greg, nice of you, Craig.
You are talented and handsome, and I think about you, but you're not funnier than me.
Oh, okay.